are these people?
Do your fastest talking guy impression.
Holy shit. How much did AIPAC spend in 2023-24 election cycle? Well, Sludge can tell you, and I'm going to just give you...
Billions of dollars.
I'm going to cut to the chase and say that AIPAC's PAC and UDP spent nearly $126.9 million combined during the 2023-24 election cycle, according to the FEC.
My brain for a second went, isn't 100 million a billion? And then I went, no, dummy. You know, it's not how that's not how numbers wang.
It's 1/10 of a billion.
You know?
But this includes more than $55 million in donations given to federal candidates, and at least $45 million of which went to the campaigns of members of the new Congress identified by Sludge. So they certainly got their money's worth. UDP made almost $61 million in disbursements. Again, read Sludge, readsludge.com. That's David Moore and Donnie Donald Shaw. They do incredible work. Just the two of them run this outlet, and they do awesome work following the money. Next, World Socialist website. Again, I wanted to talk a little bit about the new wildfires that have popped up, and not even wildfires, but new fires in LA catastrophically 2 weeks after the original fires. Now we've got more fires, the Hughes Fire. And I wanted to mention, we read a Fiorella thread earlier. Fiorella also published a extensive article about the California fires over on her Substack. So go check that out by all means. Talking about the Resnick Empire, about water, pistachio wars. All right. She's got a whole thing. Yeah. So go check that out. FiorellaIsabel.substack.com. After the show, link will be in the description.
Look at that. Oz made it in the chat. Isn't that nice?
Nice.
Look at him doing the thing.
Our friend Keith McHenry, friend of the show, friend of the network, also wrote an article this week that I'd like everybody to go check out at AnarchistCook.blog. Power Hungry, talking again about the left-right divide is mostly fiction. We all share the same struggles of paying our bills and keeping our families safe. All right? Go check that out by all means. Love Keith. Co-founder Food Not Bombs.
I love Oz.
We do love Oz, and I have a whole other thing which is
stay away from my chickens, Oz.
Yeah, and he is
great and powerful Oz.
That's why he needs to stay away from my chickens. All right, so this is a long article that I highly recommend everybody go read because it's super important and there's a lot of detail in here that I need everyone to look at. But I've never heard of this person before, but I saw this saying
it'll be a pop quiz. You better read it.
I'm in the automotive industry, or I came from the automotive industry, and I'm very interested about the conversion to electric vehicles and how this is being pushed by the oligarchy. EV owners are even more fucked than they know, and so are we, by the way. And this is a very long article that breaks down a whole bunch of different factors as to what happened during COVID lockdown and the supply chain stuff and how they pushed cheaper electrics, or you had to buy super expensive vehicles, gas vehicles. And now those electrics aren't working, which is driving up the cost of insurance. It's driving up the cost of parts. It's driving up the cost of the used car market because nobody wants to buy these things and they're upside down and they're financing at least tens of thousands of dollars. All right. Then you get into the whole thing. Well, why are we pushing towards EVs? Well, it turns out the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds divested of all of their fossil fuels and precious metals and went completely whole hog into ESG. All of that is in here. Holy crap. It's really deep. Check this one out for sure. All right. Then I wanted to give a shout out to Costco members who are aligned with the Teamsters, overwhelmingly voted to authorize a strike. 85% of them voted to authorize a strike last week. So we may end up seeing Costco workers on strike. They tweeted out earlier today that Costco reported $7.4 billion in profits last year, which was a 135% increase since 2018. I believe their stock has gone 6x since pandemic. So how's the company rewarding workers? By proposing less than 3% raises, taking workers just $1 in the first year of a new contract, which isn't even enough to buy the cheap Costco hot dog.
A Costco hot dog. Hot dog.
I love how they give them 2/3 of the hot dog there. Funny. Very funny. Teamsters know how to do this, right? Here, I'm a 24-year employee of Costco. I've been topped out supervisor since 2005. When you look at the value of the dollar and the cost of living, Costco's $6 to $7 behind on top out wages. These 2.6% raises are not keeping up with pay that we used to get 10 to 15 years ago. And Costco takes care of their workers better than most. So shout out to Teamsters and solidarity with the Costco workers. Finally, coming to a Substack thank you.
Substack newsletter near you.
Humbled, honored, and grateful. The other day, IndieMediaToday.com reached and has already now exceeded 3,000 free subscribers. Thank you to all who shared, recommended, liked, etc. If you appreciate what I do and what we do and what INN does, please support us with a paid subscription or any of the other ways that we show below. And we got some nice thank yous and shout outs from friends of the family and the network and Charlie Mack, who's probably in chat already. Love you all. Thank you.
Yeah.
And not only does Indie Media Today have a newsletter / Substack coming to a Substack near you, there is, of course, INN newsletter, which publishes out daily the live streams, premieres, and articles, the occasional original article, the weekly update, which we published out every Friday, and other stuff like appearances, AM wake up links, but that's all going to be in the weekly update. Check out the daily, check out the weekly at INN newsletter. There again is IndieMediaToday.com. Okay. I'm spent. That's all my tabs. I'm done. 12-12, not terrible. What do you got?
Yep. I gotta
get the bread and milk. I gotta get the bread and milk.
I gotta go get the bread and milk, dog.
Nice. But yes, we are heavily censored. We are heavily suppressed. That is why I love the 27 of you here on YouTube and the 5 that are watching right now over on in the INN channel. All right, and the 71 watching over on who's over there? Oh yeah, over on Elon's magical machine. But yeah, all these amazing people have already supported our network, tipping us, hooking us up with PayPal, Ko-fi, Cash App, a Substack membership, something to help us keep the lights on, keep the restream going, keep the Canva going so that we can make all these graphics and thumbnails and video shorts and clips. We have a new outro tonight that I'm going to debut. Really excited about that. That'd be nice. So Cash App, $, Indie News Network, INDIE. You see it down there at the ticker. You can get to Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Indie News Network. That shows up in the chat. Or you can !donate. Typing that in the chat will bring up the link to do that as well.
Can't keep giving us nothing and think we're bluffing about coming for your heads. Why play civil if you won't listen to 50,000 dead? And now we know our mission, we form a militia, make Congress a prison. No, I play civil when all these dead won't make you listen. What's more American than slaying your oppressors? What's more American than liberty or death first? God, I thought we were founded on abolishing the tyranny of those who would starve a village all to live empirically. And I regret that I have only one life to give for my cause now that I can see the cause so clearly. See, I want our leaders, regardless of party, to fear me.